Good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the university faculty and degree candidates, as Vice President of Academic Affairs and Interim Provost of the University of Texas at Arlington, I hereby call this commencement ceremony to order. Ooh. Will you please rise for the entrance of the national colors by the UT Arlington Corps of Cadets, to be followed by the singing of our national anthem by Dylan Elza. Gentlemen, please remove your hats for the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. I now call upon Dean Rachel Croson to preside over today's ceremony.
Graduates of the class of 2016, candidates for advanced degrees, families and friends of graduates, faculty, staff, and special guests, I am honored to welcome you to the Spring 2016 College of Business commencement ceremony. Thank you, Provost Linda Johnsrud, for opening the ceremony this morning. I want to thank President Vistas Karbari for joining us to confer the degrees. We have several special guests with us. Dr. Timothy Quinnen, Vice President for Student Affairs, who led in the candidates. Mrs. Lynn Waters, Vice President for University Communications. Mr. John Hall, Vice President for Administration and Campus Operations. Mr. Michael Kingen, Vice President for Development. Dr. Khosrow Ben-Bahani, Dean of the College of Engineering. And Dr. Dwayne Demos, Vice President for Research. I would like to take a moment to recognize an important group of people who helped each graduate reach this milestone, the members of our faculty. These dedicated women and men have not only provided you with important classroom instruction, they have shaped your intellectual formation in labs, in the field, and in the community. They have served as teachers, mentors, and role models, collaborating with you in the pursuit of academic achievement and in the preparation for what lies ahead, be it further study, entry into the educated workforce, or some other post-commencement adventure. Would all members of the faculty please rise to be recognized? Please be seated. Commencement is a very special event. It's a highlight of academic life and a recognition of a major academic milestone. Commencement ceremonies allow us to gather together to commemorate the personal achievements of the students sitting before you as they move on to the next stage in their lives. We celebrate their accomplishments and the hard work over the past few years that has brought them here today. They've traveled from various places around the world and various states in the U.S. with different goals and beliefs, but have come together with one ultimate objective: to learn. Whether receiving a bachelor, master, or doctoral degree, each student has earned their place here today through persistence, determination, and hard work. Graduates of the class of 2016, as you leave UT Arlington, we know you are proud of what you have achieved. The path ahead will offer both great risk and great opportunity. I encourage you to face both with your dreams clearly in mind and with optimism, courage, and determination in your hearts. Your education has prepared you for your future. The College of Business and the University of Texas at Arlington wish you a lifetime of professional and personal growth. As you leave us, please remember to stay in touch. We are expecting to hear great things from you. It is now my great pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Regent Brenda Pejovich. Regent Pejovich was appointed to the University of Texas System Board of Regents by Governor Rick Perry in July 2010 and was reappointed in February 2011. Regent Pejovich is chairman of the Facilities Planning and Construction Committee and serves as a member of the Academic Affairs Committee, the Audit, Compliance, and Management Review Committee, and the Technology Transfer and Research Committee. She is a regental representative on the Board for Lease of University Lands. She previously served as chairman of the Audit, Compliance, and Management Review Committee and served on the presidential search committees for UT Austin and the UT Health Science Center in Houston. Regent Pejovich was chairman of the Task Force on University Excellence and Productivity and also chairman of the Advisory Task Force on Best Practices regarding university-affiliated foundation relationships. She was previously appointed as regental representation to the Type 2 Diabetes Risk Assessment Program Advisory Committee. Ms. Pejovich is founder of BFG Management Company and the Brenda Pejovich Group, LLC. Previously, she was CEO of Brenda Pejovich and Associates, a large-scale operations consulting firm ranked by the Dallas Business Journal as one of the top 25 largest firms in its sector. Early in her career, she practiced public accounting with a Big 8 firm. Ms. Payovich's public service record includes gubernatorial appointments to the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board, the Texas Building and Procurement Commission, and the Texas Mutual Insurance Company. Additionally, she's chaired numerous fundraising events for nonprofit organizations and has received recognitions and awards for her entrepreneurial accomplishments and community involvement. She currently serves on boards including the Texas Public Policy Foundation. Ms. Payovich is co-founder of the Professor Stevitsar Payovich Future Leaders Award for undergraduate economics students and is a prime sponsor of the World War II Memorial located on the Capitol grounds in Austin, Texas. Regent Payovich has a bachelor's degree in business administration from the University of Texas at Austin and has received certification by the Texas State Board of Public Accountancy. Please join me in welcoming Regent Payovich to the podium.
That's all right, I can leave that here. Good morning. Thank you very much, President Kobari, Provost, Dean. I'm honored to join you, the faculty, staff, your graduates and their families, and our distinguished guests on this special day. There's no day quite like graduation day. Commencement is always a happy and uplifting ceremony because it signifies the fulfillment of a dream for our students and the beginning of their new lives as college graduates. So you have earned a degree from UT Arlington, and through the leadership of President Karbari and his team, this is a world-class degree, one that grows in stature with each passing year. And there is no better country than the United States, or a better state than Texas from which to launch a career in business. Your advantage is that Texas is a state where a dream can be put to work. Many sources list Texas as America's top state for business in areas of technology, innovation, cost of living, and overall economy. Texas has been able to exceed post-recession employment levels faster than any state in the nation. So in terms of business opportunities, innovation and prosperity, the taxation and regulatory environment, Texas is where you want to be. So now it is customary for the commencement speaker to offer advice to the graduating class. But to do so, I must tell you who I am. My grandfather was born on a wooden floor in the village of Orasi in the former Yugoslavia and today's Montenegro. Orasi means walnuts. The village had no home, no running water or electricity, but it had 2 floors. The first floor housed the animals, and the family lived upstairs, so it worked out well because the heat from the animals would rise to keep them warm. My grandfather fought in the Yugoslav army, and he was captured by the German troops in 1941. He remained a POW until his camp was liberated by the Americans in 1945, at which point he went straight to the United States. My parents were able to join him 12 years later when they immigrated in 1957. They had no money, no command of the English language, and no prospects for employment. But my father knew that higher education was the road to opportunity. So with dictionary in hand, he got his PhD at Georgetown University while my mom worked full-time in the cafeteria. So Dad spent most of his career teaching at a well-known university south of here. Okay, I'll go ahead and say Texas A&M. Okay. And today he is regarded as one of America's founding fathers of the economics of property rights. So when I was growing up, Dad stressed work ethic and responsibility and the real world. So in high school, we had to work. I worked at Burger King. In college, I had to take out a student loan. I worked 3 jobs while taking a full load. And at summer, I worked at the Piggly Wiggly in College Station. So why am I telling you all this? Because I know that a degree from a university like UT Arlington, coupled with a strong work ethic and a sense of responsibility, will lead you to success in your freely chosen calling. Many of you have had to work, take on student debt, rely on yourselves. I do understand these challenges, but I am passing this on to you. It is challenges like these that will teach you motivation, passion, tenacity comes from within and not from those things given to you. So after graduating from UT Austin in accounting and getting my CPA, at the age of 23, I started my first company, an accounting consulting firm that created hundreds of jobs for accounting and finance graduates. And at this point, my story ends with the full circle for me, which has been to be given one of the highest public service appointments to this Board of Regents within the profession that my father made his livelihood. And I went back to Walnuts, Montenegro, and I transferred the title of my grandfather's house. I now own that house. So, frankly, I don't know how they did it. And I bet you asked that of your family too. My father and my grandfather worked harder and had more hardships than I will ever know. But isn't that the point? To ensure a better life for the next generation. So what will you all do to ensure your next generation's prosperity? Your road starts today. And I know all of your family, many who are here today, have all the faith in the world in you. So stories like mine and stories like yours can only happen in the land of the free, and as I like to say about Texas, the home of the brave. So my dear graduates, the American dream is alive and real. And as I reflect on my own life story, it circles back to the premise of how grateful I am to be an American. We have liberty unmatched by any other country in the world. As business majors, I urge you to take the time to reflect on our bounties, the economic systems and founding principles that make this country great. Please don't ever take it for granted. Fight for it. We are counting on you, the next generation, and your children to continue to keep America free and prosperous. You have all learned a lot about business, finance, marketing, accounting, economics, other disciplines. But the most important thing you have learned is critical thinking. You have equipped yourself with this indispensable tool you are going to need throughout your career. But also remember, your greatest asset upon graduation today is your character. The late Justice Antonin Scalia said it well in his commencement address at the College of William and Mary. Bear in mind that brains and learning, like muscle and physical skill, are articles of commerce. They are bought and sold. You can hire them by the year or the hour. The only thing in the world not for sale is your character. So graduates, it's been said that fortune favors the bold, the smart, the strong, the fast. But like Justice Scalia, I believe that fortune also favors the people with the most character and resilience. So class of 2016, as you leave this very special place today, I offer one final thought. Don't get so busy with your careers that you forget to care about others. Empathy and compassion for the less fortunate go a long way in making you a more fulfilled person and the world a better place. Share your experiences, teach your skills, pass on what you have learned so others will learn, and in turn, pass on success to the next generation. America is the most charitable country in the world. Studies have shown that there is a strong correlation between robust market economies such as the US and the generosity of its people. Please keep it that way. So I will now close with a reminder that there are many loved ones here today who have played a major role in today's celebration: spouses, fathers, mothers, grandparents, siblings, friends who have sacrificed so much for you to graduate. So I'm going to ask you for one last thing. I would like for you to stand up, please. Please turn toward your loved ones. Look them in the eye and say thank you. Congratulations, class of 2016. Good luck and Godspeed.
Please be seated. Thank you for those inspiring words. I know they will be useful to our graduates as they begin their careers and develop into outstanding business leaders. And now we begin the awarding of the degrees. Please notice that many candidates have cords, stoles, and medallions to recognize their accomplishments and achievements. These include a double gold cord indicating cum laude, magna cum laude, or summa cum laude, a royal blue and gold cord indicating induction into Beta Gamma Sigma, the Business Honors Society, and medallions indicate an Honors College graduate or a Goolsbee Leadership Academy scholar. It is our pleasure to first recognize the candidates receiving the Doctor of Philosophy degree. Dr. Wendy Casper, Professor of Management, will present the candidates.
At this time, we will recognize all the candidates for doctoral degrees. Candidates, please rise and come forward. I am pleased to recognize that these individuals, by satisfactorily completing their current semester of academic work, will meet all the requirements for their degrees as specified by their graduate studies committees and the Graduate Assembly. At this time, I will ask the faculty members who will be hooding students who have satisfied the requirements for the doctoral degree to please watch for their students and come forward to hood them when their name is called.
Mahmoud Ibrahim Falata. Nisha Palkulangara. Devin Lunt. Sergei Sadamitov. Sorry. Yiling Zhang.
Please join me in congratulating our newest PhDs. It is now our pleasure to recognize those receiving the Executive Master's of Business Administration degree in our Asian program. Dr. Greg Frazier, Associate Dean for Faculty and Research, will present the candidates.
Will the degree candidates for the Executive Master of Business Administration in our Asian program please rise and come forward? I am pleased to recognize that these individuals, by satisfactorily completing the current semester of academic work in mainland China, meet all the requirements for their degree as specified by their Graduate Studies Committee and the Graduate Assembly. Ms. Christina Chen from the Center for Global Academic Initiatives will announce the candidates.
Jie Chen, Yun Chen, Xia Chen Xia, Zhiying Qiang, Yi Cui, Brian Yang Fu, Bo He, Jia Yun He, Ling He, Tianxin Li, Yan Lin Lin, Hong Zhi Liu, Ji Mei Liu, Li Lu, Hao Mo, Yu Hong Qing, Le Ren, Hai Mei Xu, Ting Xu, Kai Ye, Qing Song Zhang.
It is now our pleasure to recognize candidates receiving the Master of Business Administration, Master of Science, and Master of Art degrees. Dr. Chandra Subramanian, Associate Dean for Students and Programs, will present the candidates.
Thank you, Dean Croson. I'm pleased to recognize that these individuals, by satisfactorily completing their current semester of academic work, will meet all the requirements for their degrees as specified by their Graduate Studies Committees and the Graduate Assemblies. Will all Master's candidates please rise and come forward?
The following are individuals are candidates for the Masters of Professional Accounting: Clifton Raymond Marstaller. The following individuals are candidates for the Masters of Science in Accounting: Kristen Lee Cavelo, Elliot Jacob Howard, Rachel Ann Leninger, Tyler Douglas Peshka, Imran Suhail, Forrest Daniel Taylor, Anita Nasmul. The following individuals are candidates for the Masters of Science in Taxation: Kristen Ruth Scott, Laura Leanne Yates. The following individuals are candidates for the Masters of Business Administration: Issa Sami Aranki. Sarah Catherine Baker. Paul Michael Banschbach. Utsav Basur. Clara Liliana Bonilla. Huit Yin Kai. Yunshuan Chen. Weihan Chen. Xingwin Chin. Travis Joshua Crook. Leslie Nicole Diaz. Lu Ding. Roger McCroy Fernandez. Yuxuin Gao. Benjamin Thomas George. Yi Hu Ho. Su Hansua She. Yu Jin Im. Daniel Irunga. Yixian Zhang. Sharman Jiwani. Ashwara Casey. Lin Kung. Louis Stevens Lewis. Jinghan Li. Yu Li. Danny Leong. Maria Marquin. Carl G. Martin. Jamil Matthews. Jamie Lewis Medina. Tian Gang Ming. Tron Nuat Win. Shelby Ann Probasco. Rowena Nisha Ramal. Elizabeth Buffington Reed. Zulima Rios. Bailey Michelle Sanders. Pei Wen Sun. Carlos Tapia. Alexander Allen Tezel. Nyat An Trong. Wan Zhou Xing. Stanley Agoji. Xiao Wan. Ping Yun. Zhaoru Zhang. Yu Zhao. The following individuals are candidates for the Masters of Arts in Economics: Christopher Aaron Connolly. Nicholas Lopez. Carl Masozia. Rebecca O'Donnell. Sabe Rezeye. Angelica Wagner. The following individuals are candidates for the Masters of Science in Quantitative Finance: Manoj Devkota. Dalila Ra. Jatindra Bahadur Singh. The following individuals are candidates for the Masters of Science in Healthcare Administration: Magdaleno Arana. Munia Bukhari Raymond. Sanya Noe. Anjana Shrestha. The following individuals, Masters in Business Analytics: Yashowini Rahamurthy. The following individuals are candidates for the Masters of Science in Information Systems: Dominique Zhen Tiang. Poonam Sanjay Awali. Magana Balhariamath. Depti Biani. Joseph William Carter. Kunal Jaish Kadori. Venkata Shri Dalapathy. Sanya Fatima. Kuno Singh Gohil. Kanuz Goli. Sai Shriram Ila. Kanal Sanjay Jagtap. Rakshitha Jashankthar. Sandeep Jayawant. Bashkar Joringal. Kashyap Pranav Joshi. Utsav Atul Joshi. Sharup Jaluri, Vajitha Kanamuru, Long Li, Vinoth Sudhakar Manalamala, Milind Nangdevi, Emmanuel Naveen, Sahi Pal, Priyank Rege, Apilasha Panange, Nikita Thorabai Patel, Surasan Pathak, Samya Pradhan, Srijana Pudasheni, Amrita Rajendra Rakarla, Akrita Sharma, Sharish Kumar Virabatani, Anu Verma, Samya Verma, Rashmi Nelakant Watvi. The following individuals are candidates for the Masters of Science in Human Resource Management: Tanita Tasneem Alamin, Rebecca Arnett, Jessica Brooke Connell, Miranda Ariana Fountain, Alexander T. Leonard, Jasmine Cherie Moore, Efayamika Ogunyomi, Mohammed Hussein Astad. The following individuals are candidates for the Masters of Science in Marketing Research: Shinyi Grace Liao, Yoshria Mukri, Laurel Danae Vinson, Diana Sofia Vitera, Ulyana Zavatskaya. The following individuals are candidates for the Masters of Science in Accounting or Taxation PPIA: Kanel Brianna Bailey, Maria Jane Halstead, Zaman Hamani, Ibn Ogundi, Channing Wirtz.
Will the candidates for all bachelor's degrees please rise? These candidates, by satisfactorily completing their current semester of academic work, will meet all the requirements for their degrees as specified by the department faculty and the undergraduate assembly. I am pleased to recognize that they are completing the degrees for which they have been certified. Congratulations to you all. Please be seated. Ms. Rebecca Nielsen, Director of Graduate Business Services and Assistant Director of the Goolsby Leadership Academy, will now present the Goolsby Scholars for their respective bachelor's degrees.
Will the candidates from the Goolsby Leadership Academy please rise and come forward to be recognized? The Goolsby Leadership Academy was established in 2003 by an anonymous gift in honor of John and Judy Goolsby. Each scholar wears a medallion that has the Academy's guiding concepts engraved on its face: integrity, courage, and impact.
The following are candidates for the Goolsby program: Sean Aga, cum laude; Casey Lynn Capshaw, Shraddha Kalgain, Hannah Brooke Decker, Nigel Christopher Dorsey, Alexandria Lee Haynes, Matthew James Hendrick, summa cum laude; Andrew Martin, summa cum laude; Brianna Steen Hazel Milton, Olafunke Ogunjobi, magna cum laude. Mauricio Rojas, summa cum laude.
Dr. Lee Chin Jennifer Ho, Interim Chair of the Department of Accounting, will now present the candidates for bachelor's degrees from the Department of Accounting.
Thank you, Dean Croson. Will the candidates for Bachelor of Business Administration and Accounting and the Bachelor of Science in Accounting please rise and come forward and be recognized?
Jose Antonio Alvarez. Daniel Alvarez. Efrain Ananya. Rachel Dawn Adelot. Jordan Boyd. Daniel Castro. Randy Cisneros. Kimberly Ann Cox. Thie Duang. Vin Duang. Natalie Dongmo. Kissy Espinosa. Candace Lee Fry, cum laude. Bartolo Fuentes. Mario Alberto Catane. Luis Giron. Sergio Gonzalez, cum laude. Yen Huang, cum laude. Cynthia Huan. Kevin Jaramillo. Bhagyandan Krishnaraj. Rosa Lariano, magna cum laude. Yesim Lee. Benjamin Jack Lovett, magna cum laude. Diana Matarino, cum laude. Tiffany Nicole McConnell. Lionel Nyasha Mangwari. Shariar Aslam Natha. Henry Wynn, cum laude. Mike Lee Wynn. Nyun Thin Wynn. Than Thu Wynn. Humberto Carlos Olivias. Ruben Adrian Aviedo. Jose Palacios. Linda Catherine Petrosky, magna cum laude. Due Eric Pham. Tara K. Prabhu. Saranaz Rahman. Natalie Revelado, magna cum laude. Aaron Rescala, cum laude. Zachary Michael Rowan. Naveed Shawani. Maximino Silva. Martha Gabriela Silva Rivera. Karen Twang, magna cum laude. Catherine Twang, magna cum laude. Diane Yvette Torres. Beatrice Hernandez Trejo. Andrea Lee Vance. Angela Villavong. Georgia K. Welch. Aaron Scott Witten. Brian Matthew Woods. Marnie Elizabeth Yu, magna cum laude. Edgar Solis. Mickey Mariel.
Dr. Roger Miners. Dr. Roger Miners, Chair of the Department of Economics, will now present the candidates for bachelor's degrees from the Department of Economics.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Economics, the Bachelor of Business Administration Economics, and the Bachelor of Science in Economics please rise and come forward?
Fartun Adam. Hannah Sophia Archuleta. Bo Matthew Barnes. William Scott Bedford, magna cum laude. Tobechukwa Jerry Dura Owini. Samuel Lucas Freeman, cum laude. Denora Fuentes. Robert Andrew Hedrick. Rodolfo Hernandez. Don Muditha Kulawala. Kwon Lee, magna cum laude. Austin Jacob Lowe, summa cum laude. Robert McGrath. Nicholas Oamribi Okiro. Jordan Lee Prasifka, summa cum laude. Jeannie Claire de Grun Purdy. Travis Evan Rausch. Al-Hassan Sedki, cum laude. Randall Scott Smith, cum laude. Tha Tran, magna cum laude. William Kwok Tran. Evan James Waygood. Samir Faisal Yusuf. Toma Zalachi.
Dr. David Dilch, Chair of the Finance and Real Estate Department, will now present the candidates for bachelor's degrees from the Department of Finance and Real Estate.
Will the candidates for Bachelor of Business Administration in Finance and Bachelor of Business Administration in Real Estate please rise? Come forward and be recognized.
Jose Carlos Acosta. Ashley Arias. Janaba Ba, cum laude. Brian Stanton Ball, cum laude. Renato Alves Bispo. Thomas Botts. Ryan Allen Brown. Natalie Ann Burton. Hunter Christian Daggett. Belinda Nicole Davis. Brian David Ducaster. Marcus Ford. Cesar Alan Garcia. Esther Garcia. Calion Ponscavir Glass, magna cum laude. Giovanni Hernandez. Ladarius Hicks. Thien Wok Ho, cum laude. Tammy Dawn Hopkins. Neha Jonshi, magna cum laude. Bun So Kim. Jessica Lynn Lantis. Austin Martin Lay. Sophia Thao Lee, cum laude. Thomas Axel Levy, cum laude. Shaquille Shavar Lewis, magna cum laude. Sharonda Latrice Lucky, cum laude. Eric Luna. Kelly McGrath. Forrester Miller. Derek Moreau. Urbane Muliahani. Trong Nyo, magna cum laude. Deanna Batran Nguyen. Nguyen Nguyen. Nguyen Nguyen, magna cum laude. Jamal Nuno. Gabrielle Ortiz. Akshay Patel. Sunny Patel, cum laude. Nathan Pfeiffer, magna cum laude. Marissa Nicole Poole. Aline Puente. Edgar Rascon. Oscar Armando Rodriguez, summa cum laude. Saria Rodriguez, cum laude. Javier Thomas Sanchez. Michael Joseph Schomer. Ashley Jeanette Silva. Brianna Lacey Slow, magna cum laude. Morgan Douglas Smith. Robert Richard Sokup. Gomera Torres. Kyle Vince Toombs. Mei Lee Tran. Laurent Tishkede, summa cum laude. Peyton Ryan Warren. Craig Allen Welch. Micah Brian Wolf. Stephen Rudd Wynn. Won Tae Yu, summa cum laude. Ricky Jacob Vomberg, cum laude.
Dr. Mary Whiteside, Interim Chair of the Department of Information Systems and Operations Management, will now present the candidates for bachelor's degrees from the Department of Operations Management and Information Systems.
Will the candidates for Bachelor of Business Administration in Information Systems, Bachelor of Science in Information Systems, and Bachelor of Business Administration in Operations Management please rise and come forward to be recognized?
Islam Adelatif. Prashant Adhikari, cum laude. Depesh Batari, summa cum laude. Benjamin Thomas Boudreau, cum laude. Stefan Giovanni Brandon. Dalton Dehart Browder. Carlos Michael Burgos. Quesar But. Maria Raquel Cantu, magna cum laude. Manisha Nazir Chandani. Adelaram Koib. Sungluk Dao. Joshua De La Ruz, summa cum laude. Nike Bukala Essien. Matthew Alexander Ford, magna cum laude. Jorge Frias. Swati Gupta. Dwao Magdi Hassan. Sean Michael Heath. Sushil Casey. Jeffrey Allen Klump, cum laude. Christopher Lee. Morgan Laurent Manchin. William Matthew Medley. Sihar Suleiman Mimon. Deborah Pormame Mingbaupa. Jose Francisco Morales Tavares, magna cum laude. David Troy Frederick Morris, cum laude. Dustin Mullis. Carl Musamali Emmanuel Gabriel Mwamba. Rupesh Nopain. Daniel Wynn. Lynn Kim Wynn. Neha Ramzamali Panjwani. Justin Scott Phillips. John Michael Ramirez. Daniel Isaac Richardson. Juan Antonio Rico. Jose Evilo Rodriguez. Michael Allen Rodriguez, cum laude. Hisham Adnan Sadat. Jackie Sheth, magna cum laude. Kazanuri Shinoda. Mohammed Yusuf Shire. Sachin Shrestha. Suni Shrestha, cum laude. Stacy Brooke Sutherland. Narosha Soisa. Reginald Lee Stanford. Gosa Tafa. Joshua Kwikwo Trong. Henry Vuong. Charles Alexander Warren. Michael Delaney West. Vanna Hong Nhu Win.
Dr. Roger Miners, Chair of the Department of Economics, will now present the candidates for bachelor's degrees in International Business, Foreign Language.
Will the candidates for Bachelor of Business Administration in International Business, Foreign Languages, please rise and come forward and be recognized.
Ricardo Almaraz, magna cum laude. Ian Avery Anderson. Jesus Aragones. Manuel Avina. Tyler Michael Bunn. Karen Condi, cum laude. Gabriela Fierro. Tanya Rosa Frias. Joel Garcia Cruz. Manuela Johnson, magna cum laude. Rachel Siobhan Lewis, cum laude. Omar Medina Valdez, cum laude. Edgar Mendez. Alondra Olguin. Anastasio Osorio. Dania Marie Pfeiffer. Karina Reina. Nancy Reza. Juan Pablo Rodriguez, cum laude. Nikita Charles Tembo. Rodolfo Tufino.
Dr. Abdul Rashid, Professor from the Department of Management and Department Chair, will now present the candidates for bachelor's degrees from the Department of Management.
Will the candidates for Bachelor of Business Administration in Management please rise and come forward and be recognized.
Asri Ahmed, cum laude. Luz Ahamonde. Abdul Rahman Hussein Al-Sad. Stephanie Amatan. Jeffrey Ronald Belado. Nuif Abdullah bin Azaz. Brandon Blanchard. Nandi Bosaguao. Alexandria Danielle Bowers. Chastity Samara Bryant. Sarah Alicia Calderon. Brianna Kristen Carrera. Danielle Cherie Caricio. Kipling Avery Chappelle. Selena Chavez. Yong Sun Chun. Caitlin Marie Cooney. Michelle Cornelius. Ileana Cortina. Bo Davis. Jose Luis de la Rabra. Shanjif de Leon. Nadia Flores. Jonathan Garcia. Monica Celeste Garcia, Alicia Deanne Garson, Matthew Paul Gilmore, Ariel Rosina Gonzalez, Karina Maria Gonzalez, Bailey Nicole Hofford, Taylor Hargrove, Eduardo Hernandez, Elisa Herrera, Laura Herrera, Jordan Michelle Halub, Nhan Tuong Huong, Tara Dawn Hunsinger, Tammy Ma Huan, Paul Charles Jackson, Evelyn Jimenez, Chelsea Ann Keith, Samantha Sarniana Krupachank, Alex Ledesma, cum laude, Lorena Lorera, Dustin Lee Lewis, Driema Rainey Lumpkins, Gotham Manarajan, Aaron Thomas Martinez, Jardin Nicole McCarthy, Taylor McConnell, Austin McCord, James Ryan Means, Mint Mengistu, Ryan John Montoya, Chelsea Nicole Nath, Christian Matthew Oksana, Omar Ibrahim Omar, James Christian Orr, Robert Clinton Osborne, Sonal Upin Patel, summa cum laude, Enrique Perales, Elizabeth Ann Persad, Michelle Lee Philippus, cum laude, Brian Nicholas Powell, cum laude, Mohammed Ra Rashad, Madison Page Reed, Brenda Early Rivas, Eric Rivera, Michael Alexander Rodriguez, Ricardo Rodriguez, Hasu Roman, Akhtar Hussein Sargawala, Liana Rosea Sanders Shaw, Allison Elizabeth Shoup, Laren Marie Sibley, magna cum laude, Manaj Sowal, Denisha Yvette Simpkins, Casey Bradley Sneed, Karina Bernice Solis, Perlinda Lashal Stonglin, Lamon Kim Tron, Makaya Grace Tushman, Seth Michael Tynan, Reina Aurora Valdez, Mario Alejandro Velasquez, Laura Annette Villafranca, Nicole Elizabeth Wall, Catherine Elizabeth Wagnier, Brandon Garrett Witzel, Jenna Marie Yates, Dalton Orion De Leon.
Dr. Fernando Jaramillo, Chair of the Department of Marketing, will now present the candidates for the bachelor's degrees from the Department of Marketing.
Will the candidates for Bachelors of Business Administration in Marketing please rise? And come forward and be recognized.
Tefe Esther Abidja. Ayad Ahmad Al-Kurd, Jonathan Gobia Arguello, Nicholas Hunter Carr, Marilee Castro, Nicholas Philip Cloutier, Ryan Christopher Connor, Alexandria Jacqueline Cooper, Carolyn Davidson, Caleb Joshua Corbett, Allison Patricia DeLong, Corey Nicholas DeBolt, Zachary Wilkinson Devlin, Jesse Elizondo, Alton Ray Ferguson, Vasundhara Goyal, cum laude, Amanda Nicole Hernandez, Thuan Amy Huang, Demia Clente Jackson, Ariana Mata, Melina Mendez, Keith Ivor Menendez, Katie Leanne Murphy, cum laude, Michael Wynn, Brett Allen Richter, cum laude, Miguel Angel Ruiz, Taylor Lorraine Russell, Jocelyn Michelle Same, summa cum laude, Darius Simmons, Anna Nicole Solis, Chelsea Renee Spurlock, Aria Khaleesi Stevenson, James Austin Sullivan, Joseph Harold Swedich, April Trishelle Tillis, Kelly Wilson, Nagif Yusuf Abdallah Yusuf, David Brian Zayas,
Congratulations to you all. While this day and this ceremony focuses on the graduates, we want to be sure to recognize the tremendous support these students have received from their loved ones. They provided emotional, intellectual, and even financial support to enable you to reach this point. So graduates, will you please stand once more and join me in recognizing those not wearing caps and gowns, your parents, graduates, upon completion of your degree, UT Arlington is now your alma mater. At this time, would everyone please stand for the singing of the alma mater? The words are printed in your program.
Dear school we love, you are our alma mater, and through the years, our faith we shall proclaim. Each one a loyal son or daughter, a song of praise shall glorify your name. Dear school we
Faculty and guests, please be seated. Graduates, please remain standing. We are gathered here to share in the celebration of a transition in the lives of our students, the crossing of a symbolic threshold from students to learned members and leaders of society. You, our graduating students, represent our very best, and we expect that each of you will change the world for the better. Each of you has touched us in so many ways. We will miss you, yet we are happy that you are now moving on to another chapter in your lives. On your shoulders now rests the responsibility for furthering the reputation of the University of Texas at Arlington by what you do and what you achieve in the future from this day forth. And as you get ready to leave these hallowed halls, we ask that you stay connected and engaged with your alma mater. There will be no more tests, no finals, no late nights, no projects. And so you can come and visit us often without fear. Talk about your university affiliation with pride. Play a role as proud alumni in furthering our continuing drive for excellence and celebrate our achievements just as we will continue to celebrate yours. We are now finally at that moment that you've been waiting for all these years, the celebration of your success and the achievement of a tremendous milestone. By virtue of the authority vested by law in the Board of Regents of the University of Texas System and delegated to the University of Texas at Arlington, I hereby confer upon each of you the respective academic degrees for which you have been recommended, with all rights, privileges, responsibilities, and obligations pertaining thereto. Honored guests and members of the faculty, please join me in congratulating our graduates and the newest alumni of the University of Texas at Arlington.
Graduates, please remain standing while I invite you to participate in two important commencement traditions. First, for those graduates who received the official UT Arlington Maverick ring, you may now turn your ring so that your UT Arlington faces outwards. This symbolizes you have earned your UT Arlington diploma and are now ready to face the world. From this day forward, all who encounter you will recognize you as a graduate of the University of Texas at Arlington. Congratulations. Second, graduates who have earned master's and doctoral degrees, you changed your tassel from right to left when you received your bachelor degree, and it will always remain on the left. Bachelor graduates, you may now switch your tassels from the right side to the left side. Congratulations to all of our graduates again for their accomplishments, and we wish you continued success as you begin the next chapter of your life. As our ceremony concludes, the graduates will follow behind the faculty using the center aisle to exit the arena. Guests, please stay in line until you reach the outside exit onto Moritz Plaza. Guests, please remain seated until all the graduates have exited the arena. You may then exit from gates 2, 3, and 4 and meet your graduates outside on Moritz Plaza to begin your family celebration. Thank you for your cooperation. Again, congratulations. These proceedings are concluded.